Joining us now is Chris Wright. He is the CEO of Liberty Energy, obviously coming at it from the oil and gas side, so we understand that. But correct me if I'm wrong, okay, the Energy Secretary is correct in that the projects that are currently being built or that have been fully permitted are going to go forward. But if you're thinking about building something in the future and you're trying to raise money right now, you could be in big trouble.
Absolutely, Brian. Uncertainty chills investment. And it's not just here in the U.S. Think of the customers, the consumers of this natural gas. You know, they're in Asia or they're in Europe, and they're going to expand their power grid. They need more firm power supply. They build a coal plant or they build a natural gas plant. Those are the two dominant sources of firm electricity these days. This might chill investment. People might, if they're on the bubble, they might tilt more to coal because they're not as sure how much new supply will come from the U.S. It undermines confidence. For the fastest growing energy source on the planet by far is natural gas.
And I want to be clear, because I've talked to people inside the administration about this as well. Given the projects that are currently underway, we will still double U.S. LNG exports over the next 4 years, okay? Because I know Europe and Japan and Korea kind of freaked out when this happened. But if you're Venture Global with this massive new expansion, if you're a company called Commonwealth in Houston, or if you're a company thinking about building it, this is a major blow to you, probably to Europe and Asia, and probably to jobs.
Absolutely. And Brian, today, only about a little less than 20% of all natural gas is transported as LNG today. But most of the growth in natural gas consumption around the world is going to be transported versus via LNG. So, this is the direction the world is moving. And if you think of the climate movement, this is what they want, right? We want to displace coal with natural gas. If you want to lower not just pollutants, but greenhouse gases. And this is gonna slow that a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting, especially because Germany just announced they're going to build 4 giant new natural gas plants because they shut off nuclear and they had to go to coal, which doesn't seem green. Chris, I'm going to ask you a bit of a semi-controversial question, but it's coming from UBS, okay? It's not some tinfoil hat thing. UBS today put out a note questioning whether or not the record U.S. oil output numbers are indeed correct, not because somebody's lying, but because the definition of oil production may have changed because they're changing the nature of the liquids. Do you believe that the U.S. is truly at a record high U.S. oil production?
Oh, I think the U.S. is clearly at a record high oil production. The exact numbers, we don't know those exact numbers, in real time. There's always a delay to get firm data on it. But look, the global definition of oil, we always call it oil, but it's really liquid fuels. So it's not all black oil. It does include natural gas liquids. And when you add in all of the things that are counted in global oil supplies, U.S. production is actually well over 20 million barrels a day. We're over 20% of total global liquid fuel production, which is mostly oil, but not just oil.